What's up? I'm Grizz, and today I'm here for more Tokyo Revengers. I wonder what Mikey's gonna think about all of this. I know they posed the question last episode about what's gonna happen, like what his thoughts are gonna be on this, if he's gonna be upset because they broke the peace treaty thing that they basically agreed to. But I don't know. I don't think he will personally, but I have no idea. Because even if he does get upset by it, you think like Taiju and the rest of his gang that's all outside is just gonna let him walk away without an issue? He's going to be like, nah, you broke that shit. Now we're going to fight regardless. So I think we're fighting. And I think Mikey's fighting regardless. I just don't know if he's going to be, he still might be upset about the way like things happen though. But we're fighting either way though. I also don't know if he brought Draken with him. I think he probably did, but is he just waiting outside then? Like, I don't really know. Whatever. Guess we're gonna have to figure out. If you enjoyed it all, please hit the like and subscribe button. They do mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion at the end and recommend any other shows that you would like me to watch. Let's just get going with episode 9. Merry Christmas. If they send us to the OP right now. Oh, they got serious real quick. I went from being all jolly for Christmas. Now you probably notice his boys are fucked up. Good. I like that he's owning up to it, but I like that he's immediately bringing it to his attention, letting him know that it was his fault. He caused it. I never know if Mikey's gonna be serious or just gonna laugh. I don't follow. Meaning? That's what I'm fucking trying to figure out. Nice to meet you. He doesn't seem pleased. So he has a responsibility. Still not seeing where he changed. He seems like he's just sticking up for his boys right now, though, no? Okay. What the fuck? But he wasn't even paying attention. That shit would have caught me. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. Funny. Can you even run anymore, dude? You've gotten, yeah, relax. Oh yeah. You thought you were just gonna take him out in one hit? Yeah, relax. He just wanted to see what you were capable of. Ah. Interesting. They gone now. Yeah, everyone who told you were next up and you're the next one to create this thing and be in charge and all this, they all dipped and they're not doing this anymore. It's like, but you're still latched onto it. It's like when somebody gets you into a hobby of something, or like a whole bunch of people are doing something and then you finally get into it and then they're not doing it anymore, but you're just like, I got this thing and I want to do it, but nobody wants to anymore. And then you're just kind of stuck being the only one left doing it. I mean, that's a valid reason, or a valid thing to do. A beast. Is it Mikey because of, why else would they show the flashback now? Unless it's Taiju, but I don't know. If it's just Taiju, then the timing of the flashback doesn't make much sense to me, but sure. It is, huh? Weird. I don't know. It felt weird to me. He's looking down. Are you gonna be able to learn a little bit about him? He's a lot older now, though. I wanted to learn more about how he was as a kid, or the reason why he is that way to his brothers and sisters. And you instantly got beaten on by this big motherfucker. Well, that's why you weren't able to take over, because, yeah, how's the boss supposed to be you if he's the... I got you. You know, I just realized he has the cross on his back. It makes a lot of sense now. I just realized that. Just taking out the whole game. Oh my god. And he seems like he's loving it too. Okay, it makes a bit more sense now, the flashback. Incoming head kick, but he's way taller, so I don't know how your kick's gonna work. Bro, you just fought Taiju and survived. Why would Mikey not? Oh, you mean like mentally? Have some faith in your guys. He doesn't want to do this. He's like, alright. Oh. We're just gonna trade blows back and forth. Go one at a time. Love it. Actually stupid. Love it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I said he wasn't tall enough. He had to jump up there. Nice. He's so goofy. Just like oh, yeah, sorry. He was just playing around. So what was his punishment necessarily? Why did he take the... that's why he was looking for his friends, because he wanted somebody to be with. Yeah, that's cool. I like that a lot. He's reliant on them. Very heavily, actually. That's who he is. So that's why it just sounds weird when you say that he turned evil and on his friends. What was the reasoning? That was it? Or it's not really a... He got him in one? Yeah, okay, I was about to say, what the fuck? Boss, slow down. Don't you dare let your guys come in here, though, because that's fucked up. No. You're not strong enough to take them by yourself, so you're gonna rely on everybody else, you piece of shit. Why is that? Nice. Oh, that's hurting him. Was Dragon out there just beating on him? Or did Mikey literally beat the shit out of all of them before he went in there? Yo. So badass, dude. Yeah. Just waiting on him now. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we live to see another day, boys. We got a future to change. So, yeah. They're always with each other. Where do you think they go? Yeah. Damn, look at him, dude. He's out of it. Like, that snapped him mentally. He doesn't even look like he's down, like, from that. Like, he's drooling and shit like he's out of it. That was rather simplistic. What? He's fucked, bro. Take him to a hospital, please. You change some shit. Yeah. That's a big one. Usually we're always losing someone. Absolutely. But it was also thanks to you guys. Yeah. Takemichi did a lot, actually. Usually I give him tons of shit because he doesn't do anything and he's completely useless, but he was very important for those. Some important speeches and dialogue. He fought his hardest. He didn't get knocked down and kept coming back. I'm feeling like they're all just giving up too. I'm feeling like Taiju's just really mentally weak as well. And everyone's just abandons him so quickly. Like they just had him because he was strong. He's still family though. Are you gonna react that way? Yeah. I like it. Absolutely. Yeah. As long as you keep doing shit like that. Hopefully this is something that changes him though. Yeah. And he tried suppressing it so much, and he felt like he was alone at all times. And had to look out for them at all times. Yeah. Bring that man to a hospital. Please. Relax. Yeah, that's very unsafe. He's still riding with his boys, though. And you're one of them now. Very important to him. Yeah, what do we do? I want to say they're at like a cemetery to visit his brother and Baji, but also could be very off. No, definitely isn't. I was gonna say it did not look like it. Ah, nice. So it looks like the fighting is all wrapped up there. What I thought was going to be some sort of epic showdown between the two leaders turned out to not really be that way. Am I disappointed by that? A little bit. But I'm not angry by the way that it was done. We've been having this fight for 4 or 5 episodes now. So ending it kind of suddenly like that, I'm not necessarily angry at all over. Firstly, I guess we'll talk about Taiju and his whole situation. So he's interesting to me because I don't fully think I understand him or I guess the situation he's been in. And I can kind of understand it, but I feel like he's so broken to a state that I can't understand it. So I just can't relate to him. His entire story, because it seems as though we're done with him. So I'll try and sum up everything if I could. His entire story seems to be kid who lost his mother when he was young, who had 2 younger siblings and never had a dad around, who kind of took on the role of being a parent and doing all that he knew to try and be a parent or try and be some sort of role model or somebody to look after these other 2 kids. Unfortunately, he turned very violent towards them. No, I don't know if his violence stemmed from maybe that's how the dad was whenever he was around, or maybe the mom was already like that, or maybe he just constantly was like that as a kid and got into fights, and this is the only way he knew how to resolve things, so he took on that sort of route, or if it had to do with what Yuzuha tells us at the end, how even after they lost the mom, he never broke down and cried or like really talked about her or talked about the situation or anything. So I also don't know if it completely was something that he built up in him because he suppressed that so much and he was trying to stay strong for the others and hide that side of him. The only way that he could kind of express the anger and his grief and his how upset he probably was about the whole situation he was in was by being violent in that way. That's kind of how I'm feeling is where he came from. And it resulted in him being very distant from people, and he probably didn't have a lot of people around him when he was growing up besides for his family. And then when he gets into high school, we see that he meets these two who are now going to join or try and get him to join this gang. And even then, he only wins their respect because of how strong he is. But it doesn't seem like they ever build a real relationship with him. Immediately, we talk about how the guy with the black hair, he was so easy to trying to sell him out just for getting money, or talking about how he wants to go his own route, or like he has like a plan for like something else he wants to do. And then at the end, both of his followers immediately just leave. They just kind of leave him there while he's completely broken, and he just snaps and freezes up. And it's like he just Taiju unfortunately seems like someone who never really has had somebody that close to him. And maybe that's also the way why he was that way towards his brother and sister, is simply because he was so suffocating towards them because he wanted to keep them around because he didn't want to lose anyone else. He didn't want to be alone, which is kind of what Takemichi was talking about last time. So that's why Taiju acts out the way that he does. I don't know. Maybe that's also why he broke down immediately here. At the end of this fight, everybody got knocked out by Jock, and he sees that and he thinks, oh, I have all these people, so all my followers in a way. And he has 100 of them just with him. And once he sees all these people down, he realizes I'm going to have to fight this entire thing alone now, probably. And it immediately triggered something in him and kind of broke him down. I don't know if that's the route they were going or if I'm looking too far into it, but that's kind of how I'm feeling, which is really unfortunate. With all that said, though, I don't think it justifies any of the things he does or the way he acts at all, but it is reasoning for, I guess, as to why he might be this sort of way. On the flip side, you have Mikey, who's the other star of the show, I guess, or this episode at least, who can knock out Taiju with no issue at all and take things over and save his group and save all the people around him. Find out that the only reason why Mikey was out riding around anyways and was able to hear of Mitsuya and he went looking for him almost is because he rides around every Christmas apparently with his brother and Baji, and this is going to be the first one where he doesn't have both of them. So he has things to kind of remember them by, the bike being his brother's and the tag, the charm or whatever they got when they first formed the group as Baji's. So he kind of wears that as being like he's with them in a way, right? And he can still spend his Christmas with them. We talk about how Kisaki was saying, at least, how Mikey was like in a very weak state. And I think that's just more of a mental state where he's losing all these people around him that he cares so much for. And those are the kind of things that keep him going, which I think, again, points back to the thing where Takemichi was talking last episode about people, or about being alone being like the worst thing. And I think that's where Mikey's at too, is he fears that so much about having to lose so many people and not have anybody with him anymore. So he uses this as, ways to try and hold on and hang on and remember these people. And I like the end scene where they're all just riding around like with Mikey and on his bike and everything. And it's because Takemichi's also somebody that's important to him. Now I know what, they set him up to start doing here, but I like that because it does show that this is such an important thing for him. And he always does this. It's like a tradition in a way. And he's so inclusive of letting these other people in that he cares so much for and are willing to stick up for this thing that he created. And he's trying to save and set a new, example for others. And I like that a lot. I don't know the route that they are going with Mikey turning evil and stuff. I don't know if they're trying to, and like turning on his friends. I don't know if they're trying to lead you in that direction and then flip you back and show Mikey being like, oh, he's such a good guy. But then you find out like later on in the series, oh no, he was like this all along. And we tried to warn you, but then you kept trying to find reasons like this to justify why he won't end up changing like that. I don't know if they're going to go that route, but if they do, I don't think I see enough signs that show that he actually was like that all along, or signs that show what he would eventually turn into. The only reason I can think that he would change like that is because he starts losing too many people around him. So unless we start losing more, I don't really see where he's going with this. So if that's the case, I think the only thing that we have to do is just focus on not losing anybody else that's close around Mikey, and things within the gang itself won't end up changing in the future, or changing like that drastically. But I have no idea the route that they do plan to go with that. Also, I guess the thing with Hawkeye and Yuzuha at the end, I completely skipped over that one, talking about Hawkeye or talking about Taiju, about how at the end of the day they're still family, and they might have wanted to like beat him up or take him down a level here. I think that's all they really wanted to do, but unfortunately the intention turned into murder at that point, which was rather sad to see. After having all this kind of resolved and being able to finally see him taken down a notch, I think it kind of makes them feel a bit more secure in their position, and to the point that they can understand that he was trying so hard for what he was doing and trying so hard to protect them, even though he's doing it in such a wrong way, but he was trying to be there for them and be that person, that I think they can kind of understand that he does care for them, and just take in the fact that if they don't want to be alone and always have somebody around you, especially within your family, it's important to keep him around and not kill him, which is what they decided to not do, which is, you know, a great thing. And I love that Hawkeye was like, just don't fuck with us again. That's literally all I'm asking, you know, and then all should be good between us, hopefully, which I like. And I like Yuzuha's line about how she wanted to, and I guess still wants him to die basically, but she loves him at the end of the day, which is something else that's a very real thing. How you always have those examples in life where there's somebody you just absolutely can't stand, but at the end of the day you care for them a lot, right? And they're always going to be a special and important part in your life regardless of what happened, and they're always going to be thankful for the good things that he did, because while you're only looking at how negative and how hurtful he can be, he probably does a lot of things that we don't actually get to see on scene or on screen, right? And there's a lot of things that are probably important or impactful on the way that Taiju and Yuzuha ended up growing up, and we don't just get to see that side of him. That there probably is another side, even if it's very small, just the little things that they may have done for him, and the burden that he took on trying to raise these two basically by himself. And I think they are, at the end of the day, thankful for all of that. And that's why they realize, we can't just let you go yet, but just don't mess with us anymore. Don't keep doing what you're doing. We don't like that. And we have people here who are willing to stop that and willing to put a stop to you if you keep doing that. So I think it was resolved overall really well. Finally, the complete end scene. I absolutely love that. It seems like, I'm assuming Chifu or Hawkeye or somebody expressed to Mikey and everyone else about what happened with Takemichi, and then I'm assuming he went and expressed that to Hina and got something set up so that they can meet up and kind of fix things and make sure that she's understanding of the fact that he did this strictly out of protection for her, and he might have gone about it in the wrong way and been rude about it or just whatever, but he did it out of the goodness in his heart, which is really cool and really sweet, and I like that a lot. So we're going to be able to have that next episode, which is cool, and I think she'll be very understanding of it. I really do, unless she went to like Mikey or something and like got fucking like pissed at him for whatever reason about it. So maybe he was already aware of this happening, and he was, after this fight, he's like, nah, we gotta fix this shit. So that would be cool too if we find that out, but it doesn't really matter either way, unless it was Kisaki too, because that dude is another one was setting people up. But yeah, we're done now, and we got 4 episodes to go, so we're gonna have a lot of catching up to do. I don't think we're gonna go back in the future or back in the present, I guess, for multiple episodes. We never really do that. At most it's half an episode or a full episode, so to do it for more than that, I don't know. So that would take down 1, but for the other 3, what do we do? I guess we have other things to kind of like loose ends to tie up here, but I can't think of that many that we have to. So unless it's get all that done and then slight setup for what happens next, I don't know, but I am interested to see where that goes. I really don't have a guess what's going to happen. I'm assuming we're going to go into the future and it's still not going to be perfect, and then we have to come back and figure out what our next goal is about changing. But outside of that, I really don't know where they're headed. So yeah, that's going to be all from me. If you liked it all, hit the like and subscribe. They mean a lot to me. Follow me on Twitter and my anime list. Both links are in the description. Leave any comments down below as well, and I'll be back for episode 10 next week. Have a good one.